Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Makakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. What is the starting point? It says 6 days, this is Leviticus 23 verse 3, 6 days shall work be done. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. What day is the first day? So you got the first day, second day, third day, till you get the sixth day. Then on the evening of the sixth day is the Sabbath, where you don't work, your servants don't work, your cattle don't work, your bulls, your bullocks. You know, everybody rests, including your servants. In our kingdom, everybody's going to have a day of rest. Esau is not going to work on that day. Everything going to be shut down and focus on Yahweh. That's Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua's day. So what is the starting point? Because you got a lot of Israelite groups out there that say, well, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Sabbath. Well, how can that be? Because where did these laws were given to Israel, the sons of Israel, where? In the wilderness. We was outside of. Remember, we didn't have any laws. There might have been there was some spoken laws, but we didn't have the laws, statutes, and commandments. We did know the circumcision. We did know to not eat animals with the blood, to drain the blood. So we did know that, but we didn't know about the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day came about when we were in the wilderness. So when was the first day when we were in the wilderness? When the Most High gave the laws to Moses to give to us. What is the starting point? Well, any place that you go, you get a calendar. You find a calendar, and you find out how many days you count the first day of the month, but the Gregorian calendar, which by the way is a world calendar, the whole planet recognizes the Gregorian calendar. When they have their summits, their the G20 nations, the G8 nations, whatever international summits that they have, when all these nations come to the UN, they all go by the time, the international clock, let's call it, which is based upon the Gregorian calendar. So, do we have the Gregorian calendar back there? Excuse me for stuttering. No, we didn't. Do we have the Julian calendar? No, we did not. Where did Julius Caesar come up with the concept of the calendar in the Roman Empire? He had paid a visit to Egypt, and he learned. All you got to do is look it up. I'm not going to go all into it. And he learned the concept of a calendar in Egypt. So we didn't have no Egyptian. They didn't have 7-Elevens back there where you can go get a calendar in Egypt, in Goshen. So when was the starting point of the first day and the 6 days of the week going into the seventh day? It had to be the new moon. There was only one calendar. The calendar is up in the sky. If you wind up in a coma somewhere, you in a ship, a bunch of people died at ship, go shipwreck, you survive, a few of you others survive. You don't know how many, all of you been unconscious. You don't know if it was for hours or for days or a week. So you wake up, you have no clue as to what's going on. You're on an island, and you're an Israelite. How do you know when the Sabbath comes in? A monkey's not going to be selling you no calendar, right? There's no 7-Elevens or Dwayne Reed drugstores or any of the bodegas that they give you. Sometimes they'll give you free calendars, and they'll have the new moons on it. No bodegas on that island. So you're on a boat, a ship, Ship capsizes, you make it, maybe 20 others make it, but you have no idea, what. There was no electricity on the boat. You didn't know, like I said, you were sleeping, you getting up. Nobody kept the days, oh, well, we crashed on it Friday. But then how do you know how many days went by if there was no power, you know, unless you had a watch, your cell phone didn't work. You had no way of knowing what day that you woke up in from that being unconscious, from that shipwreck. Where's the calendar? Where's the calendar? So you camps that are teaching that, you going off. And where'd you get it from? You got it from the small hats. Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. So now, let me read. I'm not going to make this long. It says, 6 days shall work be done. So what is the starting point of day number 1? Remember, we were in the wilderness. This is Moses speaking to us. He said, speak unto the sons of Israel. That's why it's important to know the Hebrew, because the word there is not children. The word there is sons. But actually, it's bun yasha'ala, which it should be, let me click on it just to show you. That's why it's important to know the Hebrew and the Greek. Any Christian scholar that knows the Bible, when they do their publications, they always reference to the original Greek and original Hebrew. They reference to ancient maps. Right there it says bun, which is son. Now here it says bunya, which means, it means son, but it can also mean my son. But bunya is like saying a bunite, sonite. Like an Israelite is yasha'ala yah, which is not, doesn't mean my Israel. It means Israelite. The yah, the suffix yah makes it a ite, depending on, if you say house, bayath, you say bayath yah. Bayath is house, and bayath yah is my house. But right here, this is not my son. It's son or sonite. The root word is bun. Bun meaning what? Son. But the word that should be there is bunyam, which is sons. Bane. Son, grandson, child, member of a group, grandson. Keep saying son. Son, male child. So the laws were given to who? The men of Israel. And they were to teach it to their wives and their children. Let's come on back. Matter of fact, let me do this. And we're still in the Sabbath. We're in the last Sabbath of the moon cycle. The new moon, which is the dark moon, comes about. Don't listen to these knuckleheads that saying the new moon is a full, well, knucklehead. There's only one person that teaches that crap. Scholars don't teach that. Nobody teaches that. Just one knucklehead teaches that. The new moon is the full moon. Let me see here. Everything is based upon the new moon, not the full moon, the new moon. It says, speak unto the sons of, how do we know it's sons? You read it and say, well, no, it says children. I said, but the actual word there in the Hebrew is sons. And then you might say, what you talking about? I said, do you know how to speak Hebrew? No, then shut the F up. Speak unto the sons of Yasha'Allah. Yasha'Allah is Yah, He, Shah, Prince, and Allah. And if you go to that, they'll break it down wrong. It's Yashur Allah, He, Prince of God. This is what they say. Blue letter goes off, but you got to know when it goes off. I would say 95% they're on point, but the 5%, 8%, whatever, 10% they go off. Yashur, he, Prince, God. God prevails. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean God prevails. Let me try something. Okay, the word should have been prince. Let me do it this way. Let me see if I put the Hebrew in there, would it come up? It probably won't. Up, come. Let me try this. Let me do it this way. I'm just doing a little experimenting right here. I'm sorry, let me do it this way. Genesis 21 verse 22 in the King James. This is not what I want. Let me do this. Sarah, Sarah, see, if you don't know the Hebrew and the Greek, have some type of understanding of the Hebrew and the Greek, and go to the root words of the scriptures that are written in English, you're not going to get the full picture. So really, you're taken away from the word. You're not getting a deeper insight. And the power said unto Abraham, as for Sarai, which is Sarayah. What's the difference between Sarai and Sarah? Sarayah means my princess. Sarah means princess. Thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarayah, but Sarah shall her name be called. So now let's look at the word Sarah. It should be princess. Noble woman is good, but the word should be princess. So let's go on to the root of the word. There you go. That's what I wanted. Princess. Noble woman is good too. Noble lady, princess. The actual word in the Hebrew is Shara, is princess. It's the feminine form. Let me see if I can find that. Feminine noun. Feminine noun. From Shah. Which is prince. masculine noun. So prince is Shah. Princess would be the same word, prince, but it becomes a feminine noun because you add a ha to the suffix. The suffix ha. Instead of Shah, it's Shah-Rah. So the word should be he, prince, God. So the blue letter went off. But if you go a roundabout way, you can get the understanding of it. Now I'm going to show you something. Take the word prince. Because the angel that wrestled with Jacob is going to break it down the right way. Just like Gabriel gave the name Yahushua to Joseph, or Joseph and Mary. Here it is right here. Genesis 32, verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Yaquab, not Yaqub, but Israel, or Yasha-Allah. Now the angel's going to break it down. If anybody knows ancient Hebrew, the true Hebrew, shouldn't the angel know? He was just in the spiritual world with the Father and the Son and the other angels. For as a prince hath thou power with God. Yah, he, meaning you, prince with God. You have power with God and with men, and has prevailed. Ultimately, we're going to prevail over everybody. So we showed you a couple of times how the blue letter goes off. Let's come back over here. Come back over here. Bear with me for a minute. So what does Israel mean? Yasha-Allah. It does not mean God prevails. Now the angel said you will prevail, but that's not his name. Israel. Yasha-Allah. And it's not Yah. It's not Yah. Yah just means he. Let's come on back. And you know, the Spirit told me that the reason why certain camps don't go into the Hebrew because they're lazy. They don't want to do. They don't want to do the extra work. And a lot of them lost the Hebrew. How can you be blessed with the pure tongue, and all of a sudden you lose it? That's blaspheming the name. Okay, so we're back here. So it says, speak unto the Jews of Israel. Now in the Hebrew, it should say, why? Let me click on it. The bar, speak, al, unto, bun. Now that should be bunyam, not bunya. Bunyam. The bar, al, not Allah. You read this is Allah. Nope, it says al, unto. The bar, speak, al, unto. Bunyam, the sons. Yasha Allah, he, prince, God. He's a prince of God, meaning he's a son of God. So now let's come back over here. Speak unto the sons of Yasha Allah, and say unto them, concerning the feast of Yahweh, all caps is Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Let's look up the word convocation. I know what it means. Let's see what the Hebrew says. You don't go into that Hebrew and that Greek, you only have half part of the story. Qara'ah means a calling. When you call in the people. Convocation, convoking, reading, a calling together. So everybody should come on one accord. Convocation, sacred assembly, convoking, reading. What does it mean by reading? You're going to open up the Torah. You're going to open up the law. And in the kingdom, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to work. We're not going to make. Ain't no money going to be made. Ain't no slaves going to be working. Everybody's going to rest. Your cattle, everybody's going to rest. And then when the sun goes down, your servants, starting with Esau, they're going to go back to work. Your cattle's going to go back to work. Business as usual. And everything going to be shut down. And it's not going to be no damn. And in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to keep the Sabbath. You got to have a damn. You got to go back in the future and get a damn calendar for 7-Eleven. Ain't no 7-Elevens in the kingdom of heaven. That's a topic right here. Oh, the Sabbath is based upon the seventh day. Because Monday is the first day, Tuesday is the second day, or Sunday, however you want to say it. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they say Sunday is the first day. Yes, because that's the real Sabbath. Because the Lord was raised on Sunday, Easter morning. But he was crucified on the Friday. That's 2 days, jackass. You want to stop a Christian in their tracks? Ask them about the Lord. What day did he raise on? They go, Sunday. What day did he die on? Friday. How many days was he supposed to be in the heart of the earth? Because they think he was in actual hell with an asbestos suit on. The Christians are stupid, man. They're stupid. They're a bunch of idiots. I'm going on a rant here, but you're learning things. And I hope, Bishop Nate, you're taking notes so you can go back into the Hebrew and the Greek. Speak unto the sons of Yasha'Allah, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy, righteous. So you don't have sex on that day. Any Israelite camp out there teaching that you can have sex on the Sabbath, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not dealing with them. Even these are my feasts, because it says to keep it holy. How do you keep the Sabbath holy? Do you say, that's the Sabbath, that box right there, that's the Sabbath, don't touch it, because you'll make it unholy? When it says to keep it holy, meaning to keep yourself holy, to keep yourself pure. The Most High told Moses to tell the sons of Israel, before you come to the mount, keep from thy wife for 3 days. Why 3 days? To remain pure. Before they went out to battle, they stayed from their wives for 3 days. To make themselves strong. 6 days shall work be done, but the 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th is the Sabbath of rest. So where they get Friday sundown and Saturday sundown from? In the wilderness, with no 7-Elevens, no Dwayne Reeds, no Walgreens, no bodegas, no Staples, no mechanic shops. Sometimes the mechanic shop, certain mechanic shops, they'll have a box with the new calendar, and they'll say, take one. A dollar store, they might sell the calendars. Ain't no calendars in the wilderness. It says, 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest and holy convocation, holy calling in. Ye shall do no work thereon, neither you nor your slaves, nor your cattle. It is the Sabbath. The word Sabbath goes back to the word Shabbat, which means rest of Yahweh. And you get the number 7 through that, Shabbai. If I'm not mistaken, Shabbai, if I'm pronouncing it right. Shabbat, a rest of Yahweh in all your what? In all your dwellings, no matter where you are. Then it goes into the moons. The first day of the first moon, or in the 14th day of the first moon. So wait a minute. This right here, the Sabbath is only on Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown. But now, these days are only on the new. No, they're all on the new moon. 6 days from what? From the new moon. From the new moon. And the new moon is the dark moon. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. With that, I'm going to say shalom.